stream is up and running. There we go. We are up and running. The country waits for us. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to DuePoint. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes, 40 minutes with you this evening. So it's a fairly short, sharp presentation. I don't like the word presentation. I'm not presenting to you. I'm giving you a proposition. I am inviting you to join us in this business. And so I hope by the end of the presentation you've got enough information that you're able to make an informed decision. And if you have any questions, I'm here after the presentation. You are being hosted by someone who knows a lot about DuePoint, so speak to them after the presentation. For those of you online, good evening, wherever you may be in the country. Who's sitting out front? No one knows. Anna. Is it Anna? Carol. Anna's outside. She's on our live stream. So if you have any questions, you are free to ask questions on the live chat while we go through the presentation. All right, so let's begin. DuePoint is a business that was formed fairly recently, about 4 years ago, but we're part of a greater group called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company. We have been around for nearly 70 years. We were founded in 1952. So we are a very well-established, successful business. I will touch on Constantia towards the end of the presentation, just to give you an idea of credibility to the business. But as I said, DuePoint is fairly new. We were formed or at least we opened our doors to the public about almost 4 years ago now, so in February 2016, when a number of factors came together for the founders of the business. I'm going to go through those because it'll give you context to the relevance of our business, which you need to appreciate because I'm inviting you to partner with us in this business. And so you better know what this business is all about, right? So we wanted to create a business that was part of the solution in this country, that was able to empower people, right? Empower yourselves through a business to afford yourselves financial freedom, to afford yourselves a risk-free environment where you were able to create income without being the victim of all the stuff that we have to deal with in our economy. Unfortunately, this year is going to be worse than last year. Do we realize this? And so we created a business 5 years ago. We started planning the business. I sat down for the first time with Brendan and we designed a business that we hope South Africans could get involved in to create what we call social entrepreneurship within the community. And so we have opened our doors as a business to the public. Any South African can come and join this business, right? In the hope that you're able to create a stake for yourself in this business. We call it a channel of distribution. If you can create a channel of distribution in this business for yourself, well, then you get to open up all the benefits that this business has to offer, right? The benefits are very much focused around wealth creation. That is the financial impact, the social impact that we want to create. And so you need to be the judge of that in the next 35 minutes. You need to look at this business and go, can I do this business? Do I think I can create wealth for myself in this business? So let's go through the benefits. Number one, you get to create additional income. The nature is monthly income. It is recurring income that we get to create here at DuePoint. Our business is not about sales. It is not about commission. It is not activity-based income. Our salaries, including mine, is activity-based income. There is a big problem with activity-based income. Why? Things like retrenchment. Well, you open the newspapers at the moment, it's just retrenchment left, right, and center, right? Things like retirement. Things like health issues. These are all things that threaten your ability to be active. And if your income is tied to your activity, well then if you can't go to work, if you're retrenched, if you're retired, if you're sick, your income ends. Here at DuePoint, we allow you to create a stake for yourself in the business, a true stake for yourself. And you get to share in the benefit of being able to create annuity income because that's what insurance companies actually do. We're one of the few businesses that create real recurring income. Unlike the business I was involved in before. So I ran an ad agency for 15 years. Right? I founded it when I was fairly young, ran it for 15 years, got to the point of I am tired of activity-based income. Tired of it. Because at the end of every month I had to start at zero again. Even as a business, we had to start at zero. We had to go look for the business, do the work, invoice, hope clients would pay us. And we had to do that every single month. The same with income. Your salaries are exactly the same. You work from month to month, right? Here at DuePoint, we create annuity income as an insurance company. What does annuity income mean? It means that this business will still pay you whether you are active or not. That's a weird thing. You're going to pay me when I'm not active? Yes, if you build a stake for yourself in this business, you get to earn income whether you're working or not. I'm going to show you wealth engineers that have done that. The power duplication. We allow you to build a team around you that can help you build your channel much faster than you can on your own. You get to leverage other people, collaborate with the team around you. And if your channel can grow exponentially quickly, well, then your income can grow exponentially greater in this business. And I'll show you people doing it. Right? And then our business is very flexible in the fact that we've invested heavily in technology, because technology makes business way easier, simpler, more convenient, faster to do. Right? We have got all kinds of technology that you're able to leverage in this business. It means that you can build your channel anywhere in this country, even rural areas. It doesn't matter whether you're in a city, outside a city, on a farm. It doesn't matter if you're isolated somewhere. It doesn't matter whether you leave home or not. You can do this business from the toilet if you really want to. Because you can do it from your mobile phone. That is the way of the future, right? So leverage that technology because it makes business so easy. I'm going to show you another person that does that too. Wealth protection. Our business is very much about wealth creation, but on the other side of it, always wealth protection. We always want to protect everything that we've built. The wealth creation that we've created for ourselves. You want to protect that. That's reflected in our products. And it's also reflected in the services that you get for free. Legal access is a lawyer at your disposal 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Absolutely free for every active wealth engineer in our business. And then the business has been purposely designed to be low risk. So this is a great one, right? Because we all grow up thinking the greater the reward, there must be greater risk attached to it, right? That is a premise of insurance, of liability, of underwriting criteria. But here at DuePoint, what we've done is we've built a business that has almost no risk involved. You're free to get involved at DuePoint, whether you know how to build a channel or not, because there's no risk involved. There should be no fear in your heart when you decide whether you want to join this business or not. There's no registration fees, no starter kits. There's no bundles of product out there that you have to take home today and put in your boot. We've removed the risk so that you're at liberty to try this business and see if you can succeed, right? No qualifications or experience requirements. You get to build an asset that you have ownership over. This is probably the most important point, right? Because this speaks to the long-term aspect of our business. Our desire is that for all of you sitting here, our wealth engineers, our guests, is that you look at this business from a long-term perspective, right? And this point about being able to build an asset that you have ownership over speaks exactly to that trait of the business. Because your stake, your channel of distribution that you build here at DuePoint is treated as a legal entity. You have ownership over this asset, this channel that you build that pays you every single month. It means it'll never retrench you. Who can guarantee they're not going to get retrenched this month? Can anyone guarantee it? No chance, right? Assets don't retire you. How many people are happy with their retirement plans at the moment? You can't wait to get to retirement because you know, when I hit retirement, I've got that beach on the house, I'm going to go just relax for the next 30 years. That is about 1% of our population. And that number is getting smaller, unfortunately, because of the economy, because of inflation. Investments are failing us. Right? And even if you are able to, one of the few South Africans that are able to responsibly retire or plan for their retirement, there's still no guarantee, right? And so know that an asset that you build for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I hope that you invest a lifetime into this business because you're building something you own that no one can take away from you, that's going to pay you every single month, that never retrenches you, that carries on paying you through retirement. When you're sitting on the beach doing nothing and DuePoint is still paying you. That's the upside of entrepreneurship, right? In employment, we don't get to experience the upside of entrepreneurship. Here at DuePoint, if you work harder, you get better results. Your income increases. Your wealth grows. In your day jobs, if you work harder this month, what's your boss going to say at the end of the month? Wouldn't have even noticed. And even if he or she did notice that you worked harder this month, are they going to say to you, oh, extra 20% for you this month because you've been such a good employee? No. In our dreams, right? Maybe after a year of working hard, they go, okay, we won't retrench that person. Or they've been working really hard, let's give them a raise, 3%, 5%. Right? Inflation is running away at the moment. That's why you're sitting here, right? You're looking for something. And then finally, there's absolutely no selling involved at DuePoint. No selling involved. Now that confuses many guests. He's told us this whole thing. Now he's telling us there's no selling. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? My job is to sell. I'm the only one allowed to sell. Myself and Brendan. Right? Our website, our app has got a platform that sells. You, as a guest, to build a channel of distribution, all you have to do is go out and tell someone about DuePoint. How simple does that sound? You only have to go tell somebody that there is opportunity that exists and they need to come sit down for 35 minutes and decide for themselves. You're not deciding for them. You're not convincing them. You're telling them there is something available to them. They must come make the decision. And so all you need to do is get a bum on a seat here at our head office or on our live stream for them to see the opportunity to make the decision themselves. And if you can get people to connect to this business, there will be those that join. Statistically, if you show people this business, there are people that will join. That is a guarantee. It is a statistical fact, right? And so that's all you have to do. At the same time, the products I'm going to show you are intangible. They're financial products, right? Who's been in the business of product with boxes? Don't be shy to put your hand up. Say, yes, I had boxes. I had them in the garage. Maybe you still have boxes in the garage today. Expired, you're selling them at half price, right? We don't have that problem at DuePoint. We don't have boxes here. Everything's intangible. It's taken care of by systems in the cloud. You never have to worry about stock and distribution ever. Our systems take care of that whole aspect of business for you. But your success is very much dependent on your ability to build a channel of distribution. It begins with you. You have to make the decision sooner rather than later. Don't come tell me you want to think about it. Don't come tell me you've got to speak to the boss at home, your wife, your husband. Right? Remember, we've removed the risk from the business. There's no risk. There should be no fear. Right? And so when you're able to make that decision, that commitment to join the business, you have to become a product owner, and then you have to go out and start telling people about the business. That's where the wealth lies. The wealth lies in your ability to connect people to this business, to build a channel. Because remember, our aspiration is to create a solution in the country, social and financial, to reach every single pocket of South Africa. That is not my job. That's your job. In our partnership agreement, you go tell everybody about the business. We will do everything else for you. Right? And so here's the example of you connecting 5 people to your channel. Those 5 people have joined for the same reason you have. And they go out and start connecting other people. Right? That's the leverage that I speak about. The power of duplication. Because over time, this is what your channel could look like. Every single dot represents a product owner affording you a stake in the business that is creating annuity income that pays you every single month for the rest of your life. Wow. You might be thinking, well, this sounds too good to be true. But this is how our business works, right? And it's been working for the last 4 years. So I'm always excited to share wealth engineers with you, right? We'll get there shortly. So that is what a channel looks like. This is what you own. This is your stake in the business. How do we pay our wealth engineers? Every single month on the 17th, you get, or at least our qualified wealth engineers get a wonderful SMS from the bank that says you have been credited. Do you know what that means? Credited. I know you know the other word, the D word. You know the D word. Do you know the C word? The C word, credited. It's a rare word, right? You only see that word maybe once a month. But the D word you see too many times. I need a new SIM card. I must change my number. So how do we pay our wealth engineers every single month? It is very simple, right? It is easy for you to calculate. We are very transparent in our business. So it is dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. So remember the first 5 people you introduced to DuePoint? We call that your first point. You are responsible for your first point. That is your board of executives. Anyone you introduce personally to DuePoint falls on your first point. And for every product that you have on your first point, we pay you 55 Rand every single month, right? When those people go out and connect people on the second point, again, you get paid 55 Rand for every product on your second point. And so on and so forth. And that product gets further and further away from you. The multiplier reduces steadily, all the way to point 8. By point 8, you've got a sizable channel, right? At point 8, you're earning 4% of the 27 Rand 50, but we don't limit the size of your stake in our business in any way. You can build the biggest business you want here at DuePoint, the biggest channel, the biggest stake. And we will carry on paying you beyond point 8. And so in theory, there is no limit to how much money you can earn at DuePoint because we place no limitation on the size of your channel. This business will carry on growing whether you like it or not. You can leave the business will carry on growing behind your back. Imagine that. And we've got lots of wealth engineers for various reasons, come and gone in the business. They built channels, they left. Their channels are still growing. They're still growing. We laugh about it. We've got people that have got 6,000, 7,000 people in their channel. They don't even know. They don't even know they left behind a diamond mine, right? So this is how we pay wealth engineers every single month. That's a remuneration structure. People want to understand over time, well, how much money can I earn? We are all desperate at the moment. There's necessity now, right? Who wants money now? Let me change that phrase. Who needs money now? I need it now. Okay, there's a couple of ways to earn money now. I'll show you how to make money quickly here at DuePoint. But this will give you an understanding with moderate activity of what you can earn over the next 60 months. 5 years. 5 years is not a long time, right? How many kids are going into university studying for 5 years? They come out, they can't find a job. 5 years of investment, 5 years of spending money with the university. 5 years and coming up and being told, oh, we don't have a job for you. Don't have a job, don't have a job. You're sitting at home for a year, 2 years. The success rate of students coming out of varsity, graduates, people with degrees, 50% chance of getting a job at the moment. It's horrendous, right? So look at what you can do in 5 years with this business. After 6 months of connecting 2 people every single month, 2 people onto your first point every single month, after 6 months you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand. After 12 months you're going to be close to 9,000 a month. That's recurring income a month. After 24 months you're going to be close to 30,000 Rand a month. Right, I'm going to go through this quickly. After 36 months, you're going to be close to 50,000 Rand. 4 years in the business, you're going to be close to about 70,000 Rand. And after 5 years in the business, about 85,000 Rand a month. 1 million Rand in recurring income annually. Hard to believe that you could do that. Don't you think? So this is academic. This is a formula. It's a complex formula built on a growth model, built by actuaries. And so it is way more powerful and more convincing for me to introduce real people to you that are doing the business. Now, we have got hundreds of these testimonies that you can go look at online. Go to our YouTube channel. Go look at all the testimonies. From the first month in our business, we had people earning. And we did little testimonies of those people, earning a couple of 100 Rand. And now we've got people earning tens of thousands a month in this business, right? And so it is up to you how quickly you want to build. So Peter and Rena are a couple that we showcased in November. We haven't updated the slides over the December, but we'll have new testimonies up by next month. So Peter and Rena, their story, you can go listen to their story. They joined the business the day we launched. Peter built up a business. Rena wasn't interested, right? We were paying them a couple of 1,000 Rand a month. And then they stopped. Well, I shouldn't say them. Peter stopped, right? By his own admission. Go listen to his story. It's very interesting. And they took that money that DuePoint paid them and went on a cruise, a luxury cruise. Right? Who knows what was going on there? Rekindling love, I don't know. He goes on a luxury cruise with DuePoint money, whatever the reason. Whatever the reason! We paid them regardless of whether they're active or not. We never saw Peter. He wasn't building his business anymore. He stopped, but we still paid them every single month. Right? For about 2 years! And then suddenly at the beginning of the year, I can't remember the reason, they decided to get involved. I remember the reason. He got jealous because his friends were earning more than him. His friends had not disappeared. His friends that he joined in the business with had carried on building while he went on holiday and on cruises. And so he got jealous and decided, I need to get cracking because I can see how much money my friends are earning in the business. And then going to Mauritius. I want that too. And so at the beginning of the year, they got involved and their income went from 2,000 to nearly 8,000 in 9 months. Who would like to give themselves a 400% increase in 9 months? It's not possible, except at DuePoint. Go speak to anyone. Tell them, I can increase your income. I've seen people increase their income 400% in 9 months. They'll say, what kind of business is that? You say, come sit your bum down for 35 minutes. I'll show you. Right? Then we've got an awesome individual. Philip Fourie has really taken 2019 by storm. He joined our business in February last year. He's been involved, so in November, that was about 9 months involved in the business, rank 4. He's now in Port Elizabeth. When he started the business, he was on an equestrian farm outside George. There were no people on the equestrian farm. He was with his sister and horses. That's it. And horses can't be wealth engineers. And he built the business remotely. Remember, I told you, any corner in the country, as long as you've got internet, you don't even have to leave your house. You can build this business from home. Do you know how many people he put in the business? Take a look there. Look at that last number. He put 100 people in the space of 9 months. Not 2 a month, 100. Those 100 went out and found another 500 people for him. That's called leverage. That's called the power duplication. Those 600 people in his business allow him to earn, out of the channel that he's built, over $20,000 a month. That was the value of his channel in November, right? You need to decide what you want out of this business. We have got thousands of people joining this business every single month. The system is identical for every single person. The opportunity is identical for every single person. It does not care where you were born, what color you are, what country or what town you're living in. It doesn't care what education you have. It doesn't care what experience you have. The opportunity is the same for everybody. Everybody can make a difference in this business. Everyone can build a channel. Everyone can create wealth. Everyone can reach whatever dream or aspiration they have in this business, if they're willing to put in the effort. And that's the decision you need to make. Are you willing to put in the effort? Yes. That's a simple question. We get away at work because you don't have to put too much effort in at work. Right? Unless your boss is looking over your shoulder 24 hours a day, you can get away with being a little bit lazy at work. They've done studies. They reckon only about 25% of the workforce actually does all the work. The other 75 are just not doing that much. But in this business, you're accountable for your results. Some people are worried about that, right? Because the only person you can blame is the one looking back at you in the mirror. But other people, and these are the people I'm talking to, get excited by that prospect. Because they go, the effort I put in, I will get the results. At work, I don't have that. I don't get to share in the upside at work. But here in this business, I get to enjoy that, right? So decide what you want from DuePoint. Decide today, do you want 10,000 a month? Do you want 85,000 a month? Don't just go to the big number because it's bigger. The number you pick in your head must correlate to the amount of effort you want to put into the business. We have some people that become obsessed, like Philip Fourie, obsessed with the business. And the results speak for that obsession, right? We have a rewards program on top of what we pay our wealth engineers every single month. So on top of the recurring income that you create, we've got a whole rewards program in place that rewards you with the success that you have in building a channel that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You get to rank up. You start at rank 0, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and those rewards get bigger and better. They take on the shape of cash checks, tools, cars, holidays, all kinds of things, right? At rank 5, we give you a business toolkit value at 1,200 Rand. At rank 7, we spend 17,000 Rand getting you personalized business cards. And then at rank 9, we get to extend that reward to your family. We get to invite you and your family to our rank 9 international conference. It's 7 days away, all expenses paid trip. It's 5-star to a luxury resort. We fly business class only. You get to experience what it feels like to be a millionaire. Not a Rand millionaire, a dollar millionaire. Because that's where DuePoint wants to take you permanently. Rank 9 is a taste of what DuePoint has in store for you in the long term. So take a look, because we've documented our last 3 trips. We've got wealth engineers that have been with us 4 times already. And this is for every single person in the room. Yes. I get excited. I hope you get excited. Right? Because in our day jobs, only the executives get this. Right? Here at DuePoint, everyone gets the opportunity. As long as you're building, you'll get closer to rank 9. It could take you 4 years. It could take you 5 months. Again, it's up to you. And guess what happens 2 ranks later? Who would like a brand new car? Okay, please apply for finance here in the front. No, there is no finance. Because at rank 11, we buy you a car cash. We pay for it cash. It's yours. It's placed in your name. You get to drive that car off. And we did this last weekend, right? There's Lynette and Frikkie. They are our latest rank 11s. They're in their 70s. They live in Vanderbijl Park. They'd rank 11. Earning tens of thousands every single month. And they'd just gotten a brand new car, which we went and picked up at the dealership in Vanderbijl Park. And that morning, DuePoint made the deposit in cash. The car was placed in their name. No finance, no T's or C's, no DuePoint stickers on the car. It's their car. And would you believe me if I told you in our rewards program, this is the little car? There's much bigger, faster cars waiting for you. The rank 9 international conference is the little international trip. Do you believe that? They're heading to rank 12. Other wealth engineers heading to rank 13. The record to rank 9 is 5 months. Who wants a car? What, Dad? Put your hands up. Decide how much you're committing first, and then put your hand up. Decide how much you're committing first, then you put your hand up. Right? There we go. That is a thought out answer. Who wants a car? I'll put everything up. I want a free car. Who doesn't want a free car? Right? So this is an idea of just the rewards program here at DuePoint. It's just the rewards program. Remember, you're still earning income every single month. That's going up every single month. But our business is very much built on the products that we've innovated, because our products speak to wealth creation. They speak to wealth protection. They speak to removing discrimination from opportunity. Why? Because everyone can take out our products. This price is the same for everybody. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what your health is. The price is the same for everybody. And so Access Wealth is our first product. 324 Rand a month. You get 2 products in Access Wealth. An investment product, so it's a tax-free investment fund. 100 Rand gets contributed into that fund every single month. You can increase that to 2,500 a month if you want to take full advantage of tax-free legislation. The insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. So for the 324, you're building an investment and you have personal accident death cover, right? Wealth Guard is strictly insurance. There's no investment. But this time you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover for only 249 Rand a month. The price is the same for everybody. The price doesn't go up when you phone us and you say, listen, I have cancer. I've had a heart attack. I'm diabetic. The price is the same for everybody. Right? As long as you're over the age of 18, you can take out any one of these products. We've got Family Wealth, which is our funeral cover product. 299 Rand a month gets you 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. Covers 5 family members / dependents. As a principal member, you also get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection for any debt that you might have outstanding at death. You can increase the cover to 30,000 Rands funeral cover, as well as up to 10 family members. Right? There is an age limit on this product. It's 70. You have to get in on this product before you turn 70. But once you are covered by Family Wealth, we will cover you for the rest of your life. You can live to 120. Family Wealth will still cover you. Right? It becomes a whole of life product. Then we have Legal Guard. Legal Guard is a legal indemnity product, only 249 Rand a month. And this product gives you legal indemnity to the value of 250,000 Rand per matter. Right? So for every legal matter that you might face with regards to indemnity, we will give you 250,000 Rand towards every single matter that you have. This comes with a host of services, legal services that we will give you. You've got a lawyer, 24 hours a day, 365 days, to the extent they'll go with you to CCMA matters. Right? Supposedly the most popular service is tenant-landlord disputes. Who's had a tenant-landlord dispute lately? Yes, those are horrible ones. Horrible ones to deal with. You just say, no worries, I'm going to phone my lawyer. Right? And that lawyer will be absolutely free. Right? And they've done it 100, 1,000 times. They know exactly what they're doing with regards to that. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to lower your monthly expenditure. Wealth Points is a financially natured product. It's not a typical financial product. What do you get for 299 Rand a month? You get to engage in all those businesses that you see there, and we've arranged discounts and special services from each one of those partners. Right? So if you want a discount, for example, on a new car, there's Eagle Ford, we've got Eagle Mahindra, Mazda, we've got Jaguar Land Rover. Who's going to buy a Range Rover? I want a Range Rover. Why are you looking at me like that? Can't I have a Range Rover? You say, no, you must think first. How much commitment are you going to put in before you ask for the Range Rover? Lots. Right? And so there's a whole bunch of discount services through each of these partners, and you already spend money with some of these partners. Look at the list of companies there. I bet you spend money with some of them already. Right? So if you can lower your monthly expenditure every month, then inflation is not such a problem, right? You can get rid of your debt sooner. You can become wealthier faster, right? So those are our products. We've got review videos on each of the products. They're about 10 minutes long each. Go watch the videos because it'll give you a greater sense of appreciation of what you own as a wealth engineer here at DuePoint. Because there's great value in the products. We have innovated these products. Our funeral cover product is unparalleled. There is not a product in the country like our funeral cover product, right? So go look at the video so that you appreciate what you're getting. Our Achiever Quest, for those people that need the money now, there is a way to earn 16,500 Rand in your first month at DuePoint. I'm looking around the room. Do we have any Achiever Quest winners from December? There we go. There we go. There's an Achiever Quest winner. We had a whole bunch in December. Some of them earned 20,000 Rand on top of their return. This is how they did it, the Achiever Quest. If you're able to add 10 or more people in a single month that join successfully and pay successfully in the same month, if you do 10, we'll give you 5,000 on top of the return. If you do 20, we'll give you 10,000 Rand. If you do 30 people in a single month, we will give you 15,000 on top of your monthly return. You can do this every single month. Every single month. Easy money. Easy money, right? A little bit of background on our business. How many guests do we have here today? Just put your hand up if you're a guest, first time here, right? So I imagine that when this person came up to you and said, come look, you're like, oh man, what am I coming to look at? And you ask questions, then you asked, what are we selling? Right? I understand that skepticism. I'm a skeptic at heart. I don't trust people easily. I think everyone's involved in marketing. You're all in marketing. I don't trust your marketing. And so if you decide that you want to join this business, right, if you see opportunity in this business, you need to get rid of your skepticism. I hope I've done a job of getting rid of your skepticism to a point, but you've got to do it for yourself. You've got to go research for yourself, because the only way to get rid of skepticism is educating yourself, finding out, answering the question to, I'm not sure, right? And so we've got a website. Go look at our website. Right? We've got all the executives there. You can go Google the executives, Facebook them, see if there's anything you should be worried about. Go to Constantia's website. I told you, we are a registered insurance company. We have been around for 70 years. You can go look at a 70-year track record with a business and say, is there anything I should be worried about? There's the FSP number that we operate under. Go to the FSCA's website, right? Our financial regulator's website. Go type in Constantia and see all the financial licenses that we have. And then go to our listed company. We are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a group called Conduit Capital. We are audited publicly every single year. We strive to be as transparent as possible because we are inviting people who have never heard of DuePoint before into our offices and asking them to consider joining us in partnership. And so there's all this transparency in the hope that you can make a long-term commitment to this business. Not only for our sake, for your sake. right? This is true partnership where you get to empower yourself. So go do that for yourself. Go answer that skepticism. Why? Because you are going to be accountable to other people that you bring to this office. You can't bring people to the office where you think, oh, I don't know about this business, but come look, I might make some money out of you. You laugh, but many people operate like that. Why? Because every month we see in the newspaper all the scams. People, friends, family inviting you to scams. Not in this business. You need to be proud of this partnership. Not because I tell you, because you went and did your homework and you found out the business. You read up about it. You asked questions. And so that you start developing trust in the business, because I want you to be in this business long term. Because when you get to rank 9, our children are going to be running on the beach together. Yes? And so we will know each other personally. And so we want to foster these long-term relationships, because I see families changing their lives in this business. And we want to do it for everybody. Why? Because there's a necessity in this beautiful country. There is. So what is the decision? The decision is not whether you want to earn 85,000 Rand a month. The decision you need to make is not whether you want to come on the rank 9 holiday. It's not whether you want a free car. The decision is whether you can make a commitment, a regular commitment, not a huge commitment. It's not a difficult business. It is just a regular commitment. Can I tell someone about DuePoint tonight? You might make an ass of yourself because you don't know what you're talking about. But that's where we all start. That's where we all start, right? Lynette and Frikkie, that's where they started, telling that first person. And tomorrow, can you do it again? And the day after that, can you do it again? And you will become an expert at telling people eventually. You'll become an expert in creating wealth for yourself. It's not a 5-year degree. You can do it in a month. You can make money in this business in your first month, right? Getting started, very simple. Register as Wealth Engineer online. You can do it on the app. The person hosting you will help you register. It's a simple process. Download the DuePoint app for yourself. In our office, we've got free Wi-Fi. Get onto the Wi-Fi, download the app. You can update all your other apps too. We don't mind. Watch the training videos. Become an expert in the business that wants to make you wealthy. Become an expert in that business. Don't look at the video for 5 minutes. Don't come complain that you don't have Wi-Fi at home. Go sit outside the McDonald's against the wall and watch all the videos with your headphones in. You do what you need to do, right? Business is always about resourcefulness, not excuses, right? Go watch all the videos. Watch them 5 times each, right? Become an expert in this business. And then if you want to earn money, you have to tell people about the business and get 3 to connect to your first point successfully. In other words, you need to have brought in 3 people personally, and they all have to have paid successfully in the same month, and that's when you start earning. You start at 3. We don't pay for 1, we don't pay for 2, we start at 3. You prove yourself at 3. If you can do 3, you can do 3,000. It's just time. That's why I say the commitment is regular. If you can do 3, you can do 3,000. And then you are triple a rank 9. Then you're earning 20, 30,000 a month, right? And you don't have to find the 3,000. You just have to find a couple of hundred. Like Philip, those couple of hundred will go out and find 500, 1,000, 2,000 for you, with you. They'll collaborate with you. They'll build with you. You'll get to share this business with people that change their lives. And you'll feel responsible for that. That will make you feel good. There's a special gate in heaven for people that help other people. Right? That's what we're doing. Right? Again, go back to our aspiration, our vision for the business. It is to create social impact in this country in the form of financial impact. Right? You can do that for your friends, your family, even strangers. The social media platforms that we're available on over there, we're going to be launching a couple of new ones this year, which we're very excited about. Those are our opportunity to engage with you wherever you are in the country. Right? And when you engage with us regularly, you become part of community. You learn faster. You build more confidence in yourself, right? So it's important that you engage with us on the platforms wherever you are. The apps are available for Android and Apple devices. And then very importantly, we've got merchandise. Get yourself merchandise. Get yourself merchandise. I'm not selling the merchandise to you. I'm telling you the opportunity to buy merchandise is there for your benefit, not for my benefit. I hate dealing with merchandise because I have to deal with outside suppliers and they let me down all the time. But I know there's necessity for it. You need business cards when you're doing business. You need to look like you represent DuePoint. You need to look like you invested in it before someone else will trust you. Right? So go get merchandise for yourself. If you don't have any money, you go get the notepad for 25 Rand. Right? Do what you have to do to give yourself the best chance in this business. There's the merchandise, there's discounts on USB sticks, there's the pins that you can get for only 40 Rand, 25 Rand notepads. Business cards, very important. We can ship merchandise anywhere in the country for you. We'll ship it to you. Right? All available online. You can purchase everything online. And with that, I thank you for your time this evening. And as always, every audience I get to address, I hope, sincerely I wish that you find prosperity this year. I'll remind you again, as depressing it is, I don't read the newspaper. I only get the newspaper because I'm supporting the newspaper guy outside our intersection. Right? The newspaper's just filled with bad news. Why must I read it? But every now and again, I end up reading some of it. And it's retrenchment. And this one's closing down. And there's this fraud and that scam. We're in a bubble here at DuePoint. We're in a bubble. Right? We are going to not isolate ourselves from the outside, but we're going to be a beacon of light. Yeah. A beacon of light. And it is your job, it's your mandate to go out and spread that light, to show other people that there is opportunity. Because 2020, unfortunately, is going to be worse than last year. It is. They are closing down Dion Wired. I spoke to a friend of mine. Dion Wired owes them 500 million Rand. That money's gone. Right? When the government entities are retrenching, you know we're in trouble. Right? Private institutions will do it easily. But when government has to retrench, we are in trouble. But here at DuePoint, you're not in trouble. Here at DuePoint, you have opportunity. So my wish is that you find prosperity this year. Good luck.